You are listening to Kingdom and Kingship, a Good Society actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. When any powerful lord or lady perishes, it's only natural that many great players of the game will present themselves and try to get advantage, like crows to carrion. And Duke Graham Blackwell, only recently and tragically dead, was quite powerful indeed. So it follows that I found myself attending his funeral alongside my brother. As if his presence was bad enough, various acquaintances of my past decided to show their faces as well. Lady Diana Fairley, finally re-entering society following the death of her brother, Lord Douglas Finchwood, my pestering rival, and the Viscount of Beaumont Montreval, back from all the wars overseas. It's tragic enough that we all used to be friends. Obviously, the arrival of the latter caused quite a stir with the other two, but besides hearty encounters between them, we all set upon sharing our condolences with the Duke's heirs, Tabitha and Elias, the twins, and Leonard, the eldest and most naturally fit to take over his father's role. Over the course of the evening, we all managed to express our sympathies to the family, even if some of us managed it more succinctly than others. Douglas and Bo did manage to drag me into a spot of embarrassment in front of Lady Margaret Ashcombe, as they seemed to forget they were in a funeral. The two also discovered the fact they had missed Lord Emmons Fairley's death and funeral, and profoundly apologized to Lady Diana. Of course, other notable events spawned throughout the event, including Lady Diana managing to sleek Lady Tabitha out from fresh air, and me making a fool of myself in front of my brother, the incorrigible Kerr, and Lord Elias. But none of the events could be quite as shocking as what laid within Duke Graham Blackwell's will, that none of his children would inherit his titles and lands unless they married, and that marriage was approved by the crown. It seems this season will have a lot more to gain than I thought.
Hello, I'm Hal Valentine, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing the Viscount Beauchamp Montreval. His pronouns are he, him.
Hello, Alan. My pronouns are its, and I'm playing Lady Sophia Rookwood. Her pronouns are she, her.
Hello, I'm Gary, and I'm playing the Honorable Douglas Finchwood. Both of our pronouns are he, him.
Hello, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I'm playing Lady Diana Fairley, and our pronouns are she, her.
And hello everyone, I'm Grizz, and I will be playing everybody else in this lovely Regency time period that we find our lovely cast in. And speaking of the cast, hello players. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Buenas.
Alright, now we are in episode 2, and that's wild! But that also means we have to open with a little thing that is just the letters that we write as part of the Good Society system. While we're not doing many parts of the system, the letters is a part that was near and dear to us the last time we did this, and we want to keep doing it. So what we're going to do is have each of the players go through individual letters that they wrote for either another player character or an NPC. The way we set it up is if they wanted the NPC to respond, I'd write the letter for the NPC and I would read it out after everyone else is done doing these letters. So we're just going to go in an order that I randomly choose with this four-sided die. I'm lying. I'm not going to roll anything. I'm just going to pick somebody at random. We're going to start with the Honorable Douglas Finchwood for his first letter.
Oh, all right then. In that case, first letter. To a most treasured friend, Lady Diana. At the risk of sounding repetitive, I truly cannot apologize enough for the scene I caused at the funeral regarding the news of Edmund. I find myself unable to fathom how it was that I missed the correspondence announcing his funeral. The thought troubles me and has even caused some sleep to elude me. Therefore, there can be but only one solution to this matter. I will take it upon myself to personally investigate what may have happened to this missive. I find it just as likely that my own household could have made a folly, so that is where I shall begin. As I hesitate to cast suspicion on your own family, I find them far too diligent to make such a mistake. I shall keep you apprised of my discoveries, but fret not, we will most certainly get to the bottom of this mystery in due time. Your friend and burgeoning sleuth, Douglas Finchwood. Postscript. I am glad to be writing to you again. It feels much like remembering a forgotten fact that you had not realized had been bothering you until recollection commenced itself.
Thank you, Douglas. Next, we're going to go with Lady Sophia.
to one Viscount Beaumont Montreval. It is in the sternest hopes that this letter finds you well that I reached out to you with it. It was quite a surprise to see you return to us from the wars abroad, and I hope you have found being back on English soil welcoming and comforting in equal measure. But mere pleasantries are not the sole reason why I have chosen to write to you. I wish to apologize to you, because our conversations after we met implied much and said little, and I believe this might need to be remedied. The reason as to why I am no longer friends with either Lady Diana or the Honorable Douglas is due to a rather large falling out we had shortly after you left for the wars, born from a mistake I have come to most thoroughly regret. It was my intention, at the time, to tell people how pure the love you and Lady Diana shared was, in the hopes that this would allow you to stay until you two could be wed. But what I intended as aid was twisted and perverted by the hands of the vile and the unwitting alike, until such a point where Lady Diana's chastity came into attack and scrutiny. I am forever thankful that those rumors did not linger, presumably due to her family's influence on such matters. Lady Diana has not spoken or written to me since, despite the many letters I sent her following the incident. The Honorable Douglas turned quite quickly to attack and rebuff me in public. I accepted this as a consequence of my attempt to aid you two. I hope this illustrates the current situation to you more clearly. With best regards, Lady Sophia Rookwood.
Lady Diana, would you please go next?
Sure. My dear Lady Tabitha, I hope you will forgive the liberty of my writing to you so soon after an occasion which must have taxed both your heart and your composure. I wished only to say that I have thought of you often since the funeral, and with sincere concern. There are few duties more cruel than being expected to receive the sympathy of others when one has scarcely found room enough within oneself to grieve. I was glad, if gladness may be named in such a matter, that you were able to take a little air in the gardens. No one should be asked to bear the full weight of sorrow beneath the eyes of every guest, however well-intentioned they may be. I know something of the strange loneliness that can accompany mourning, especially when one is expected to be gentle, gracious, and useful before one is permitted to be anything so ordinary as unhappy. Please do not think I presume upon so slight an acquaintance. I only wish to offer, should you ever desire it, a companion who will not require you to speak prettily of what is painful, nor hurry you toward cheerfulness before it can be honestly felt. Silence, too, may be companionable when properly understood. Until such time, I remain, with the greatest respect and sympathy, Lady Diana Fairley.
Thank you, Lady Diana. Viscount de Beauchamp.
Yes. To my dear Lady Ursula Blackwell, I am certain I am not the first nor the last to pen you a note of condolence during this most melancholy time, and surely, if any consolation can be afforded under so heavy an affliction as you have just experienced, it must come from a higher power than mine. It is with great sorrow that I heard news of the Duke's passing, and I cannot begin to fathom the pain through which you and your children are suffering. It grieves me to see such a beloved family as yours endure so heavy a loss, for the legacy of a man so magnanimous and effulgent as your late husband will persist for eons, and it is my sincere hope that his memory serve as a source of comfort and joy to you, rather than painful reflection. Though his accomplishments at sea will surely outlive us both, may he first and foremost be remembered as the loving husband and estimable father you knew him to be. Should there ever be a moment where I or House Montrevel could provide you some aid or small comfort during this sorrowful time, please do me the honor of allowing us to rise to the occasion. With all sincerity, B.C. Montrevel.
All right. We're just going to go right back on that same order. Lord Douglas.
All right. For my oldest and most handsome friend, Viscount Beauchamp, I must apologize in advance as this letter will not contain the usual glad contents I prefer to write. You may have noticed my avoidance in regarding the Lady Sophia during the funeral proceedings of the late Duke. I am unsure of what you have heard at this point, but allow me to inform you of the situation as I know it. It is to my understanding that shortly after you left for war, Lady Sophia enacted a scheme that nearly and totally soiled the reputation of our friend Lady Diana. I know not her motives, only that her actions were an act of betrayal. Since then, the girl we knew has fled and been replaced with a doppelganger that contorts her words and behavior into whatever shape best fits her current situation. I long for the friend we once knew, but I fear she is no more. Perhaps she never existed to begin with. It pains me to put this kind of distress upon you, but it would pain me even more to leave you uninformed of how the tides have shifted in your absence. Your friend, always, Douglas Finchwood.
Thank you, Douglas. Lady Sophia.
Yes, Mother. It is my earnest wish that this letter finds you well back home. Me and Isaiah have attended Duke Graham's funeral as you requested. We have extended our condolences to the family, as well as the invitation to lean on House Rookwood should they need any help in the coming months. There was the small matter of certain figures from my past appearing at the funeral as well, as it seems Lady Diana Fairley has finally begun her entrance into larger society, and that Viscount Beauchamp Montreval has returned from the wars overseas. But I assure you that I will navigate this deftly, and no issue will come to pass. The larger matter I wish to write to you about regards the Duke's will. He has said that no child of his shall inherit the titles or land until they are lawfully wed to a pair approved by the king himself. While I can assume what your intentions for me would be with this, and have begun to move to fulfill them, I do wish to hear back in that regard. With great care and love, your daughter, Lady Sophia Rookwood.
Thank you, Lady Sophia. Lady Diana. What
My
are you
dear,
looking- Oh, sorry.
my dear Honorable Douglas Finchwood, you must not continue to torment yourself on my account. I was grieved, certainly, to learn that you had not known of Edmund's funeral, yet I never believed your absence to be born of indifference. Whatever error occurred, it was not one of the heart, and I beg you to allow that distinction to bring you some comfort. If you are determined to investigate the matter, I shall not attempt to dissuade you, though I hope you will be gentle with yourself in the pursuit. Grief has already made detectives of us all, searching ceaselessly for the moment at which sorrow might have been prevented. I should not like this mystery to cost you your rest, when I am already persuaded of your affection for Edmund, and for all of us who knew him. I confess your postscript moved me more than I expected. There are friendships which time does not erase so much as fold away, like a letter placed carefully in a drawer, and found again when most needed. To hear from you now, even under such melancholy circumstances, has brought me a measure of comfort I had not known to seek. I remain, with sincere regard and every wish for your peace, Lady Diana Fairley.
Thank you, Lady Diana. Sorry for the breakup there. I had to scroll to find your letter again. There's a few of them. And one more time for Lord Beauchamp.
To the Lady Diana Fairley, I know that your sorrow for the loss of such a great soul as dearest Edmund is incomparable to the grief I now feel in my own heart, but I must beg to tender you my heartfelt sympathies. While one might assume that a soldier such as I would be well accustomed to receiving such news, I confess I found myself struck with such profound agony at the thought of so munificent a light being snuffed out that I was forced to stillness. Though I remain ignorant of the circumstances, it pains me greatly to know that not only was there nothing I could have done to prevent any fatal event which occurred, but that I remained so far removed from both country and society that I was rendered unable to comfort and commiserate with you in a time of tragedy. Foolish though it may seem, I find it unforgivable that I should have ever missed Edmund's funeral, regardless of circumstance, and it will forever torment me that I was so unreachable as to remain ignorant and cause you further misery upon my return. I can only now express to you how much I empathize with you over his loss, and how it will forever be a melancholy pleasure to dwell upon the memories of our childhood days spent in the warmth of his presence. I shall not ask for your forgiveness, for I would be undeserving. But know that if ever there is some method by which I could reconcile such terrible accounting, and regain once more the solace of your friendship, there is nothing I would not do to make it so. Yours in sorrow and truest sympathy, Bo.
Thank you, Lord Borsha. All right. And that is our first letter section of this current run of Kingdom and Kingship. Thank you all for writing those letters. They were extremely well done. And I was supposed to read them and hear them. That was so good. With that in mind, everyone get a resolve token.
Whoa.
A little extra. A little extra on the house. Just from me, your boy.
We're gonna need it.
You probably will. All right. With that, I'm going to talk a bit to give everyone a bit of time to recover. So that was some very deep stuff and very deep character moments. As we head to the most important part of the season. Second. Perched atop a gentle rise overlooking rolling meadows and ancient woodlands, Stag's Cross has been the ancestral seat of House Viamont for nearly 3 centuries. Built of warm, honey-colored stone softened by climbing ivy, the manor is not the largest or most imposing estate, yet few would consider it anything less than one of the most important. Each generation has shaped it, not with fortifications, but graceful additions, elegant galleries, and carefully tended gardens. If House Ashcombe is the heart of the kingdom's politics, then the Stag's Cross is its drawing room. For generations, kings have sought counsel in its library, queens have walked its terraces, and countless friendships, betrothals, and alliances have begun beneath its ancient oaks. The Viamonts have secured their place not through armies or wealth, but through hospitality, diplomacy, and marriage, weaving themselves into nearly every noble lineage. It is often said that one rarely looks into a family tree without finding a Viamont somewhere in it. Nowhere is that legacy clearer than during the opening garden party. The first great gathering of the season. It's a tradition nearly as old as the manor, an invitation that is extremely prized. Before Parliament even starts or the capital fills with events, it is here that nobility renew their ties, meet new faces, and start the dance that shapes the months of the season. The gardens are prepared to perfection. Paths wind through flowering hedges, opening onto lawns dotted with white pavilions. Marbled statues stand among roses, lavender, and lilies. There's a reflecting pool that glimmers beside a terrace for dancing. Servants are moving efficiently with trays of delicate refreshments and chilled drinks. There's music that drifts from a distant pavilion where a small orchestra plays for lively dances and waltzes, never overpowering, always inviting. People stroll the paths, pause by fountains, or gather beneath flowering trees as introductions are made and conversations unfold. And even if the late morning and afternoon seems carefree, every guest knows its purpose. Stag's Cross is where the season begins. Friendships will be renewed, new connections formed, and invitations exchanged, and impressions made. And a shared laugh or a quiet walk or a lingering dance may soon become the talk of the kingdom. At Stag's Cross, nothing of consequence is ever announced. It is simply understood. And that is where we find ourselves. Everyone here was clearly invited. A few of you may have already been welcomed by the Lord Sebastian Viamont and his wife, the Lady Claudia Viamont. But we are going to begin as we see the good Lady Diana announced. One moment, please. Lady Diana, as the servant cries out your name, and dozens of the party members hear and see it and look to you as you enter the garden officially. Considering yours was delayed after a long period of mourning for your brother Edmund, how do you feel?
Are you asking for a monologue or just a general, what's my vibe right now?
Well, as the DM looks at this mountainous stack of monologue tokens, I'll give you a free one. There you go, have a monologue.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'd begun to think that this moment wouldn't come. Year and a half, nearly 2 since Edmund's death, and I no longer have to wear black everywhere. You would think with so much extra time I'd feel ready, but I don't know if I ever will. I feel as if every bone in my body is shaking, though I know that I'm still. or I'd have been lectured by now if I wasn't. All right. Heads up, Diana. You've been taught exactly how to behave like for this, how to move, how to smile, who to talk to. You're prepared. It'll be fine. Right? Of course. End monologue. As she is walking down the little steps into the party.
Absolutely. You are accompanied directly by your side is your father, Lord Fairley. He looks down to you with a small smile. You can see like most of the energy in his eyes is proud, but you see a tinge of sadness in them as he just simply says, "I know it's a tad late in coming. I'm so proud of you. I really am."
Thank you, Papa.
They look at us now warily, which is an odd energy to have, but where with pride.
She will straighten her back a little bit. Of course, this will be fine.
If it helps, I can see his crooked smile right above your shoulder at 8 points, and you can just see kind of almost in your mind's eye Edmund with that half-cocked smile as he bounces his way up the stairs. Similar energy to the good Douglas.
She will smile. He'd have been better at this than me.
He would have already fallen into a fountain.
Only if he thought it would make everyone laugh.
Let's see. And he will... Man, I hate this goddamn recency rule of you needing a fucking chaperone. It is lame as shit. He will gesture one of your cousins to keep an eye on you. He goes, "I'm going to make my rounds. I know that the Halverns around here somewhere, also the Dunholds, and they have opinions on the Blackwells. So I'm going to go get the air of things, and I'll return to you as soon as I can."
Yes, Papa.
Gives you a small nod, and he makes his way into the party. As unnamed cousin number 3 comes to keep you company as you start going through the party. The Fairleys have plenty of cousins, it's fine.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Now, a question for Lady Sophia, because I don't remember seeing it in your backstory. Only because it's better. Is this your first season? Or your second?
Second season.
Okay. All right. Then the other 3 of you can find yourselves in the party where you choose. Who would ever like to go first? It's not about being polite, fam. Whoever wants to go.
Sure, I will go. Dougie is doing the usual Dougie things. There are people to talk to, so he is going to talk to as many of them as possible. Likely has a glass of wine in hand as he's just flitting about from group to group, chatting them up as per usual.
Right. Now, Dougie, you do see this party in particular is a bit more classy, unfortunately. There's not the energy that you're used to maybe at some of them where you can get a little rowdier. Everyone is a bit more calm and down to earth. And that does include one Mr. Peter Quickly, as he is quietly making conversation off to the side with another group of people as you approach.
Indeed. Well, gentlemen, what have I missed thus far?
Douglas. Nothing quite yet. Everyone's still looking, searching, understanding.
Yes.
So person in my position, it's harder to get introduced, but they're being kind about it at least.
Oh, be kind to yourself, Peter. You're not that short.
No, Douglas. I'm going to need you to try to introduce me to some of these people.
Oh, I see. Of course I can do that. You should have just said so.
Listen, money goes a long way, but at some point you gotta gestures to the manor. It's kind of pointless when you look at that.
It is a rather nice house.
Nice house. You could fit your bedroom in the stables.
That could be good. I could spend more time with Sparkle.
Sparkle is well groomed and doesn't need more attention.
She deserves all the attention in the whole world, and you take that back at this instance.
Yes, Douglas. Sparkle will forever be adored by the masses, no matter the occasion.
Good man.
But you'll put my good name in.
No, of course, Peter. Of course. It's the least I could do for a friend.
As you were discussing that, Bo, Sophia.
I think Bo would likely be making his rounds, certainly, but also, first and foremost, he would seek the Varmans out as the hosts of this party to thank them for their hosting and comment on the lovely decor.
Absolutely. You do see Lord Sebastian and Lady Claudia kind of in the middle of the pavilion, and Lord Sebastian is a quietly charged magnet of charisma. He just seems to manage the crowd, like going in and out of conversations, accepting introductions, making more introductions, and just everything just seems to revolve through him and Lady Claudia at like a decent clip of pace, and everyone walks away with like a smile or an understanding. He's a bit on the older side, I'd say, probably in his mid-50s at this point. Graying black hair, just does he? No, he would be clean shaven at this point. And Lady Claudia still has like the just like an elegant dress. Deep greens and blues, like elegant jewelry, hands in front of her, just like the picture of class and society between the two of them as they see you approach.
Yeah, Bo would start with, my Lord Sebastian, it is delightful to see you. Thank you and your lovely wife for the invitation to such a wonderful party. And my Lady Claudia, if I may say, you are looking more and more lovely every time I lay eyes upon you.
She smiles. It's like, Viscount Beauchamp, it is always a pleasure to see you. You have, in every occasion, flattered me to an extraordinary degree, and I appreciate it every time. And Lord Sebastian just kind of chuckles. It's like, given who his parents are, I'm not surprised at all. Welcome again, Viscount. We missed you these past few years. We know where you were, and we appreciate the sacrifice you made for this country. Your contributions are applauded, and I wish you the best of luck in this season, finally home from abroad, and you can now interact with all of these other people for the first time.
Yes, I confess it has been quite a long time, and I am more than grateful to be back on homeland soil, as it were.
Do you need to be introduced to some of the people? There have been dozens that have been. Well, their first season happened a little while ago, but they haven't met a match yet. There are plenty of bachelors and bachelorettes walking around.
In truth, how could I decline such a gracious invitation? I would love introductions. That would be delightful. As you are well aware, I have been out of society for many a season at this point, and I am certain that no one but you could help in you. Sorry, he's not fumbling. The player is. I am certain that you would be best suited to endear me to the right people.
At that, Lady Claudia just approaches like, well, first and foremost, I say this as a dear friend to your family and to your mother. It's all right. She gives you a small smile, just like, kind of has a small hand out. Relax your shoulders just slightly. You're forgetting who your family is and what that means around here.
I assure you, Lady Claudia, it is the thing that is always at the most forefront of my mind, but I appreciate your suggestion as always. And he will take her hand and take a deep breath and visibly relax his shoulders and stand just a little bit straighter. And he's got this like very demure, very, yes, I am here, I am present, welcome to the party smile going.
That is House Montreville, and that is the house that has rivaled us for centuries. I'm glad to see it. Let the name take the weight, while you walk around weightless. Take a look. And she just gestures her head. And even in this pavilion, there are dozens with a half eye on the three of you. As even you just having this conversation means plenty, right?
Yeah.
And Lord Sebastian just smiles. It's like, and with that in mind, if you need introductions, I know you were at the late Graham's funeral. I don't know what the phrase is. It's like blessings be upon him.
Rest his soul, indeed.
Yes, rest his soul. There we go. It's like what time period is appropriate here?
Got you.
Right. But with that in mind, you did introduce yourself to his children, right?
Of course I did, yes.
Well, you are an extremely eligible individual, and the three of them are even more. And so then you have the moment. Do you want a formal sit down with the three of them? I could help arrange that.
That is an incredibly generous offer. Allow me to think on it for a moment. I would not be my mother's son if I did not take a moment to discern the right course of action. But you are correct. I shall take my ease about the party. I simply wish to convey my enthusiastic enjoyment of this location and the grounds and this setting that you have brought us all to. And I shall seek you out should I need further introductions.
At this, he actually projects his voice a little bit. Absolutely, Viscount. Now, please avail yourself of some refreshments and mingle. I mean, we have the entire afternoon.
He will clap Lord Sebastian friendly on the shoulder in the dude bro handshake of he'll take him by the hand and then give his shoulder a nice clap and say in an equally booming voice, Lord Sebastian, you are gracious as always. I shall do just as you say. And then he will do a very courtly bow and mingle through the rest of the party.
Yes. Very well done. Lady Sophia.
Lady Sophia has actually kept to her own so far, but is making her way towards wherever House Ashcombe has situated themselves in this party, in hopes that she may find a good friend of hers, Lord Marcus Ashcombe.
Absolutely. Do you wish to spend a resolve point to have him here? Because the House Ashcombe didn't actually make it.
Oh, I would love to spend a resolve token to have him here.
Okay. Then yes, you do see the Lord Marcus Ashcombe with several younger individuals around your age. They are currently seated at a lovely table underneath an old oak tree, giving them just enough shade, enjoying some light refreshments as you approach.
Ah, Lord Marcus, lovely to see you. Mind if I take a seat?
Lady Sophia, of course. Please sit down. Oh, it's been ages. How are you?
It has been far too long. Oh, I have been spectacular. Thank you for asking. And she does her best to give a smile and take a seat.
Yes. Like many of the Ashcombes, deep, almost like dirty blonde, but dark blonde hair, deep blue eyes, and just the picture of what a royal would be. As he just gives you this dazzling smile. It's like, what do you think of the party so far?
Oh, truly, such a lovely place. It's not my first place. It's really just a lovely grounds. It's filled with lovely people as well. It is nice to have such a spot of vibrance in one's life after, well, what has been occurring. I'm sure it weighs heavy on us all.
He gives you a squint look and smiles and says, actually, can you come with me for a moment? Just right here. As he just steps up and maybe 2 steps off to the side, so he's so close enough to everybody else to not be far away.
Hmm. Lady Sophia does stand up and follows, though not so fast you break modesty.
All right.
Yes? I'm a little scared, I won't lie. Lady Diana has made her entrance into the society today, good and
no,
proper.
no. Oh no.
It's quite
Are the
alright,
others
and
here?
well, yes, the Viscount has finally returned to us from the conflict. I have
Oh, has he?
no doubt that the other... Yes, he has. I have no doubt that the other two have already swayed him to the happenings, and, well, undoubtedly, Dougie is here. That's out of my
Sophia,
mind.
can I? Sophia, have
Yes?
you just gathered them and talked to them? You, Sophia, not this. And he gestures to literally all of you.
What purpose would that have? I've tried to talk to Diana, and she had never answered any of my letters. Well, speaking to Dougie in any terms aren't vaguely antagonistic is a non-starter. I don't know what the point would be. They seem so
Oh.
thoroughly set against me already.
That is not the Sophia I know. You, as hard-headed as they come. I don't know what happened to you over the winter or over the past summer, but for you to give up before you've actually tried is not the Sophia I know. I'm going to break all bits of, well, polite society when I say this, but I honestly need you, Lady Sophia Rookwood, of the House Rookwood, a mighty house that stands above plenty of us, including almost myself, to go over there to Diane and explain what happened. Not through pen and paper.
What did I even say to her? Oh, I am totally quite sorry that everyone painted you as a common whore, but you see, I just wanted to help. She'd laugh at me, Marcus. She'd laugh me out of the room.
Then she laughs at you, but I'd rather you do that than carry this weight around, which is... We wear masks. We all do. But those masks, if you look closely enough, just are written with pain, and people can see that.
I'm sure
It goes
anyone
off for a
wants.
bit.
I'm not sure
So what I
anyone
want-
is ready to see what lays beneath there.
Well, you don't have very long, because the season's beginning, and people are going to see through it. Now, I'm going to sit down, and we're going to have a lovely cold drink before people start asking questions. And he just slides back into his chair.
GM,
Mm-hmm.
could I spend a resolve token to make sure that the town gossip noticed that Sophia and Lord Ashcombe were speaking unescorted?
If you want to make it so the distance is actually a bit too far away, I can do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And he slides back into his chair and picks up his drink.
Lady Sophia takes a deep breath, walks back, and joins him for a drink.
Absolutely. All right, making our rounds around, Lady Diana, you have managed to make it fairly deep into the party. Is there anything you would like to do, or anything you'd like to find? Is there anything you'd like to find? Anyone you'd like to find?
Well, my father left, so I don't have anybody to introduce me to the hosts, which is impertinent. It would be impertinent for me to just go up and be like, "Hi."
Well, you would see the familiar face, if it helps, of a little older friend than you that you haven't seen in many years, and that's Lady Rosamond Viremont, the second youngest child of the Viremonts.
So, friend, excellent.
Yes.
Then I will make my way over to her because I know her.
Yes. Okay. So, the picture of her mother, just like obviously many years younger, long black hair, sharp features, piercing eyes, and it's almost like it's a very ladylike smile, but it's a little bit cocked to one side because she just kind of knows that she's the business. As she's just kind of talking to everybody. There are plenty trying to get her affections, and she hasn't actually been confirmed with anybody yet. This is like her 6th season at this point. Lady Rosamond is a force of nature, and that puts the fear of God into many persons that try to approach. But as you approach, she looks at you and that smile grows. She's like, "You made it, Lady Diana."
I will bob her a very polite curtsy. Lady
She will
Rosamund.
do the same and just like, "Of course, curtsy, yes, Diana." And she like takes her hands. "I'm so happy to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so sorry for Edmund."
Yes, thank you. It's quite a loss. But he wouldn't want us sulking over him.
No, he put something in the fountain to make it brown.
Papa thought he'd fall in on purpose.
Absolutely would, just to put a smile on your face, and that is what I aim to do right now. Everybody sees me, and she'll just, whoever she was talking to, no longer matters. As she
Instantly
just
gets blown off.
yes, like leads you away. And there's that small little pavilion off to the side, where she like just where it's a bit shaded. She doesn't sit you down, but she like finally lets go of your hands and goes, "So, spill. What do you need? What's new? Anyone you're interested in? Anyone that you want to be interested in?"
Well, this is my first proper party since being introduced to society, so I'm afraid I'm a bit at a loss.
Well, excuse me for a while. This is the DM pulling up his notes because there's a lot to see. Well, let's see. I'm not quite sure which direction you want to go in, but there's Lord Julian Viamont. And she points to one of the much younger Viamonts off to the side. He's like, he has his own county apparently right now that he managed to look into, and he's very smart. A bit too political, doesn't shut up, but he's very cute. Let's see. There's Lady see. There is Lady Charlotte. She's very, very strong, rides a horse like nobody's business, and she could probably lead a military company of her own if she wanted to, but don't tell her father that. There's Miss Eleanor. Maybe not her. Her laugh is too high. I'm not sure, darling. I'm sorry. I'm just happy you're here.
It's quite all right. Did you hear that the Viscount Montreval be introduced?
I did. He spoke in a booming voice a little bit ago, I believe.
The second she confirms that he's definitely here, Diana instantly looks awkward and anxious. Like that perfect, pristine mask is just sort of gone.
Oh, Diana. Well, what if I told you there's a certain golden retriever also blocking his way through the party? Similar reaction, just a little less, but just enough of a pause. I see.
It is all out of character. That reaction was totally BP because I forgot what I wanted to say.
I am taking it and running with it.
It is always a pleasure to see Douglas. And it's clear that she's kind of nervously looking around, like she's trying to be subtle about it, but given how close they're standing, Rosamund can absolutely see that she looks awkward and is trying not to make it obvious that she's kind of keeping an eye out for Beau. It's also unclear if she wants to see him or if she wants to avoid him.
You know what? I'm dropping all pretense. Diana.
Yes?
Do you want to go back into those old haunts? And she kind of looks off to the side and you see the imposing figure that is the Lord Leonard Blackwell, who has just been announced with his siblings now entering.
I ought to say hello to them.
I think you should.
Yes. I should.
But, Diana.
Would you?
I'm going to help you here and just ask you a question. Just you have so many thoughts. The scattered pieces. I'm just going to ask you a question to tie some knots around this one thought. If you will bear with me for a moment.
Yes.
we are entering your first season, and I need to ask you, do you want to use this? And she taps you on the forehead. Or do you want to use this? And she's going to tap you on, on your collarbone, insinuating the heart, but she's not going to, do you want to use either one of them? Which one do you want to use?
I would like to spend a monologue token.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Nice! BP, do you
I've
accept
already
this monologue
monologued
token?
once.
I know, no one's spending monologue tokens.
Do it again.
Do it again. Do you
Dance
accept
monkey
this?
dance.
Yes.
Yeah, but you set this one up so good.
I know I do. Do you accept the token?
Sure,
Absolutely.
I'll accept.
Please monologue.
Let me remember how to breathe.
Mhm.
Oh, God. What do I want? I'm not sure. Ideally, I'd prefer to use my heart, but my aunt has made it quite clear that I have one mission this season, and that is to marry well enough to cement the family's position and broaden our influence so that the families can stop being the noble but smaller house, so that we have a little bit more pull. Simply having her as the queen is apparently not enough. And Leonard Blackwood is quite handsome and seems kind, and he'd make a very good match, especially if my new uncle were to approve, which I would hope that my aunt would lean and implore him to do. And I'd be a duchess, which is just a strange thought. Yes, I should use my head and hope that my heart follows once things make sense. End monologue.
Thank you, Lady Diana. Oh, that was some spicy shit. Anyway, spicy. But Lady Rosamond waits for your response.
I should use my head and hope that my heart follows.
That is the answer of an incredibly smart. I'm jealous. Know that, shall we? And she just hooks her arm and starts marching out of the pavilion. It's like, off we go.
I will follow her.
Excellent. Off we go. All right. Honorable Douglas Finchwood.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Let's see. Who just in my immediate vicinity would be worth approaching at this time?
Well, this is what I'm going to remind everyone, that you have resolve tokens.
It's a great question.
Just, if you want something to happen, give me your money.
I'll spend a resolve token to see if someone is nearby, a mover and shaker. I guess you could say, but no one too high where it's I can't approach them myself.
I mean, that's weird. Wait, what? This is the highest society gets, dog. Everyone's a mover and a shaker.
That's a good point. I am peerage. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I know. Is there just a dude walking around? No.
That's a guy.
Is this just a homie around here anywhere? God.
I just meant that earlier we were talking about some people needing introductions, but I was like, that doesn't apply to me. What am I talking about?
Hey, GM.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to play a resolve token.
Sure.
That on his way to go and thank the hosts for their invitation and greeting all of this, that Dougie and Sophia would sort of nearly run into each other.
Understood.
I'm fine with that. I will accept the token.
Most
And
excellent. Do you still want to spend your token there, Gary?
If we want to say I spend my token for the host to be nearby to speak with them, then I'm okay with that.
Well, the hosts are in a central pavilion. You know where they are.
Oh yes, all right. Yeah, sure. I'll still spend it, just to see who else shows up.
You got it. Making sure I have the name right because there's a lot of them. All right. So while you are walking, kind of with the good Mr. Quimby. God, there's so many names.
Quimbly.
Mr. Quimby, beside you, you do come sort of face to face as she's walking through with the Baroness Ellen Dunholt, the head of the House Dunholt herself. You immediately clock who that is because she is one of the most important military figures in the country, and she does recognize you.
Ah, Baroness Dunhold. I knew it had to be you because for a moment I looked up at the sky and I thought the sun was getting jealous.
Sorry, everyone. I almost bit my tongue trying not to laugh there. Holy shit. So the well, here's the thing for you, Douglas. Baron Ellen Dunhold is like maybe a year younger than you. Her father was, well, murdered a little while ago by the previous king when she was very, very young. So she's about, I don't know, 20 maybe. And she pauses, and long brown hair, gray eyes, not an elegant dress. It's more of like it's very militaristic in its nature. It's like a very dark red, with like light gold trimming. As she pauses and just gives you a odd smile. It's like, Lord Finchwood, I appreciate you saying that.
Of course. It is no trouble to speak the truth.
Same volume as you were speaking during the funeral, I note.
Draz, I'm trying to, keep a lower profile this time, but it's just not in my nature.
It very much isn't. We could hear you laughing from clear across the room.
Apologies for any disturbances that might have caused.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm fairly certain Graham would have approved of a bit more of a raucous celebration of his death.
Well, then I am honored to oblige what his final wishes might have been, should he have been there.
How are you enjoying everything?
I'm enjoying the festivities quite well. The season seems to be off to a rather fanciful start. How about yourself?
Well, for the time being, Lord Sebastian is doing well. The Halvens are being louder than usual, and just making sure the house is represented, if anything.
Wonderful. Have you been about London recently? I hear it's a fascinating time this season.
I need to visit it quite frequently. The end of the war has left a significant hole in our ranks, and our supply lines need to be fixed. So I've been quite busy, but I still have these duties to attend to.
Well, did you ever find the opportunity to get down that way and are in need of some property? My friend Mr. Peter Quimbley here is quite the astute agent of such affairs. As I will gesture to Peter as he is beside me.
No, it's very nice to meet you, man. And he will bow horribly. Like, he does not know how to do it. It's not his he just completely butchers the bow. Yes, quite. She just like completely disregards it. I'm very good on acquiring more land. We have plenty of that. But if you need anything, let me know. Lord Finchwood.
Of course, I'll call upon you should anything come to mind, and I hope to see you later on.
I believe there's going to be an announcement on some things, so I believe you will.
Oh, well then, color me excited for such things.
She will give you a bow. She doesn't curtsy, and then make her leave.
Do a bow back, and then as soon as she's gone, turn to Peter. What was that?
You didn't. There was no lead-in. You just threw me in.
I brought up London. You are in London. That was your lead-in.
What? Everyone's in London.
Well, your estate is there.
I have several estates. I have one up north. I have one in the south. I have one in Spain. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them, Finchwood.
You're not just in London?
No! Do you think I got here by only being in London?
I don't think you want me to answer that question.
Like forehand smack. Listen, and he kind of like gestures kind of wildly, almost hitting Lady Sophia as she goes by with the Lord Marcus Ashcombe, and almost like clocks her full on in the face, but it just like whistles by your cheek as you turn to see the Honorable Douglas Finchwood and his friend, who is beat red in the face and looks mortified.
Good heavens, man!
Do you actually yell? Do you yell? I'm making sure.
She does exclaim, "Good heavens!" Yes.
Understood. Thank you. No, that brings other people into the situation. Just making sure. No, this is going so horribly. This is all going wrong. I'm so sorry.
It's quite all right, Peter. Don't worry. Accidents happen. You are just getting situated with the affairs here. Everyone, well, not everyone, but plenty of people are new about.
Douglas.
Lady
I
Sophia?
take it. Pleasure as always. I take this as your friend.
Yes, apologies for Peter. He gets excitable.
Well, my apologies for the shock. I did not see it coming, but I understand that it was just a mistake, which happens to us all, and we are all endowed to forgive.
Oh, no apologies necessary, Lady Sophia. I've come to expect your shocking nature at this point.
My good man, watch your tongue. And then you see like Marcus step forward. It was an accident. No need for that job.
Lord Ashcombe, I apologize if any words I said came out as a jab, as you say. I'm just familiar with Lady Sophia. We have a long history.
So do we. And you'll look at you like, Sophia,
Yes,
if not now, when?
Douglas? If I
Raise an
may,
eyebrow and sip my wine.
I wish to call for a truce.
I'm afraid a truce will imply that there is some matter at ill merit.
Right, well, I do not presume you a fool, Lord Douglas, nor do I think you would think me a fool. I think we are both in our wits enough to be aware of socialities. I do not wish to hold you in any sort of contempt or difficulty any longer. And in fact, I would be quite fortunate if you and I would be able to have an honest conversation again.
I must say, Lady Sophia, I find myself wounded by these assertions. The fact that you don't already find me in good company and wish to have an honest conversation again, implying that we can't have one now or that we haven't had one now, it's rather disheartening to hear.
Of course it is.
But
I apologize.
should you wish to further this conversation that you have in mind, you are more than welcome to write to me. I make myself readily available for such things.
As you go to respond, Lord Beauchamp.
Yes. Bo will notice that Sophia and Douglas and assembled parties are having a conversation, and very elegantly excuse himself from the polite small talk he was making with some other person in the peerage. It doesn't really matter at this point, and wander over. I'm terribly sorry. I just received word that I need to go and take care of my horse. I shall return post haste, and he'll walk away.
You're there.
Yeah. Oh, Sophia. Lady Sophia, Douglas, it is good to see you both. I hope... In fact, it is nice to see you both together like this. We have not had a chance to converse yet this day. I have been remiss in making sure that I came to say hello.
Yes, of course, Bo. It's always a delight to see you.
It is quite nice to see you as well, Viscount.
My apologies for interrupting. Pray, catch me up on whatever tale you are both spinning here.
Oh, nothing too titillating. Lady Sophia just was trying to organize a time to converse. It has been quite a while.
Yes, I agree. In fact, I have been wanting to play host since I have returned home. It would be lovely to have the both of you over for perhaps tea sometime.
No. Of course, that sounds delightful, but we have other friends present as of right now. What of Peter and our good Lord Ashcombe?
Well, of course. I should not wish to make anyone feel not included. I would love to host some sort of event later in the season at House Montreval, but that shall take a bit more planning. I would endeavor to see old friends, and pray that you both call upon me shortly. I shall set something up. I shall send you both cards.
And Lady Sophia turns for a moment, looks at Lord Marcus, still herself, and looks back. Yes, I think that would be quite lovely indeed.
Yeah,
And-
Marcus has been teething the entire time. It's like, right, we were on our way to get some refreshments. Shall we go?
Yes, I think we shall. Have a lovely rest of your evening, you two. And she will head out with Lord Marcus. I've told you.
You know what? He's gonna just pause and just stop. Lady Sophia Rookwood, my dear friend,
Yes, Lord Marcus.
keep trying. I need to go attend to my own things, but I will see you soon, I hope.
I shall. I wish you the greatest of success with all that you shall do. Thank you.
He'll give you a bow and make his
She
way.
gives him a curtsy.
Seeing them leave, Peter looks at you, Douglas, and just goes, right. Well, hated all of that, by the way. Is it usually that stingy?
Bo will pipe up and say, yes, actually, in my experience, it is.
Douglas, I didn't recognize you. What was that?
Just sort of lift both my eyebrows and sip my wine. Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
I'm not playing games, man. What was that?
Neither am I. Do you see a croquet bat in my hand right now?
Fine. But what I saw there was someone actually trying to reach out for a moment.
Above the table, have Bo and Peter met? I think we established they did, yes?
Yeah, well, they kind of did, but they don't know each other. It's like,
They met at-
hey! Well,
You would
did he-
probably know of him at least from Douglas's
Okay.
letters.
Yeah.
Okay. Bo is going to, because, like, he's still here. He hasn't left yet. He's going
Exactly.
to... Yeah. He's going to look at Peter and just say, yes, as I said, missed the bulk of that conversation I so inelegantly interrupted, but I would also like to know what precisely is going on, Dougie.
No,
Right.
he's just going to blow it off.
Peter, if you would give us a moment.
When I have my say, because I'm not part of all of this. And he waves his hand around, which he does in a smaller circle than before, to avoid hitting anyone. All that I witnessed and understood, because you were using awfully weird words for me at least, I don't know what happened. But she was actually trying. That's all I have to say, Dougie. And usually you respect that. But I've had enough wine for one day. And he'll put his glass down on the table. I want to go get something real. My lord. Then he will nod it to Bo and then leave.
Bo will nod, and as he's leaving, I'm going to assume that Peter is passing by Bo at a
Sure.
respectful distance, but somewhat close. He's just going to say, there's usually brandy on the table if you know where to look.
I'll drink brandy.
You should start. And then he's going to turn back to Dougie. Really, man? What is going on?
I know. Did you get my letter?
I did. It was
Ah.
one of several I've received since returning home.
Well, it's just that then. I don't know who that is anymore when I look upon her. Once upon a time, yes, she would have reached out and I gladly would have spoken to her, but now I can't tell what's genuine and what's a scheme with Lady Sophia. I just don't want to get burned again. And I feel the best way to avoid such things is to avoid her.
Have you considered that in avoiding her, you have given her the message that you not only do not trust her, but are giving her no opportunity to confess to her actions and explain herself? Have you considered that she is perhaps in a similar situation as to yours?
I'm not daft, Bo. Of course I've considered these things, but like I said, you've been away for 5 years. You haven't seen the way she's behaved at court now. It's not the same person that we know. I look at her and she melts like wax and reshapes herself depending on who she's speaking to. How are we supposed to know that she's not doing the exact same thing to us and crafting whatever tale will get her back in our good graces?
I may not have been here for the last 5 years, nor have I seen her behavior at court recently, but I have still received letters from you both while I was on the front lines. She has not seemed much changed. What I have seen since I have returned home is a woman who is as of yet unwed, trying to survive in this ill-begotten society that we find ourselves in.
All right. All right.
And
Oh.
I confess, I have not all the specifics and am trying to get them.
That's commendable, and I understand where you are at. I still have my reservations and my concerns. I just don't want to see any of my friends continue to get hurt. But if you are set upon this, then set the meeting and I will be there.
I appreciate it. If truly she has changed so far from the friend that we once knew, then I will be with you in spurning her from our group and from making contact with her in the future. But I would, please, just approach it with an open mind. Consider that the woman that we knew may still be there and has just adapted to the treatment she has received since whatever happened.
All right, I can do as much, but I have 2 conditions of my own.
Of course.
The first is if I approach it with an open mind, you have to promise to be wary and keep an eye out on if she is the woman that we thought she was or simply pretending to be. My second condition is that I get to tell the shoe story.
Oh, Dougie, I can agree to one of those. And he'll just sort of chuckle softly and take a sip of his drink. Listen, man. I promise that if you show up with a truly open mind, I shall endeavor to make sure that she does as well. And truly, at this point, there is no one in my regiment greater than me at spotting a lie and detecting who is attempting foul play. I promise you. And he's going to take a longer sip of his drink at that and just look off into the distance for a second. And then sort of shake himself and turn back to Dougie. But the shoe story, Dougie, I just can't. You know how I feel about the shoe story.
It's such a good story, Bo. Trust me, it's going to be a hit.
I hope it hits something. And he's gonna take, swig the rest of his wine or whatever he's drinking in his cup at that.
Thank you for listening to Kingdom and Kinship. If you enjoyed this story, please make sure to subscribe and review wherever you're listening to our podcast. You can find more of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
So we're here at the Stag's Cross. It's going to be probably a little after 1 at this point as the party progresses. Lady Diana,
Yes.
you are a lovely individual, and you were raised in a house that is poised, measured, and goes about its business very neatly and precisely, yes?
Yes.
You are just being dragged through this party by Rosamund Firemont at a speed you are not used to.
I am doing my best to keep up and also look well put together in the process.
Tick flutter. Yeah, and she, where is he? My God, he's taller than most men, and somehow he's blending into the crowd. What is this? Stay here just a moment, I think, and she's gonna like slip in between people. And you turn, and there he is. The absolute unit that is Lord Leonard Blackwell.
To describe a Regency character as an absolute unit is wild.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. As he just kind of like pauses abruptly, like, Lady Diana. He just bows and like immediately just like clocks it.
She will curtsy quite deeply because he definitely ranks above her. Lord Blackwood, how lovely to see you.
Yes, it's a pleasure. I'm happy you're here. Yes. Welcome to your first season. Congratulations.
Thank you. GM.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to play a monologue token. Actually, no. First, I have to do two. I have to do two things. First, I want to play a resolve token to make sure that Bo looks over at just the right moment to notice that Diana and Leonard are talking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to play a monologue token on Leonard.
All right. Goodness, I thought I'd have more time. I didn't think. Why you usually don't think like this. I'm so used to being in a more regimented environment, talking to people, having plans, having everything laid out before me, neat, organized situations. But this isn't what that is anymore. I can't be that man anymore because that's not who I'm supposed to be. I'm the head of the house. I should be soon. I'm supposed to make introductions and talk to people, get to know them, present myself well, and meet a match as lovely as this. I'm so excited to see her. Edmund used to talk about her so much. I'm as animated as Douglas talks about anything. It's desperately hard not to get lost in those eyes, and she does her best not to. Such a lady, it's hard. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. My father wasn't the best at teaching gentlemanly manners. But I'm going to do what I do best about anything. And just be honest and forthright and wear that smile Mother used to pinch all the time. That's right, Leonard. Time to be your father's son. End monologue.
That was a very good monologue.
Yeah, thanks! I'll remember this. The bear will remember as he exits stage left. It is goodness. I'm just a boy right now. How are you? How are you enjoying the party? We arrived very late, so.
Quite lovely. The lemonade is very good. Sorry, Rosamund was just here and then she's wandered off. How are you? How are you and your family faring?
Well, Tabitha's doing a bit better.
I'm glad.
Yes. Thank you again for what you did. She told me afterwards, and well, I was at first angry at the idea. I understood the necessity, and I wish I could have helped her do it, but we couldn't have her leave with my mother being gone.
I understand. She seemed as if she needed a moment to collect herself. It can be wearing. as you well know.
You can see he does have slight bags under his eyes that almost seem to like actively get worse as you mention it. Yes, we've had just the amount of letters we've had to answer back has been wearing as it is.
Oh dear. Please tell her not to rush to respond to mine on any account. I only wish to extend a hand in friendship, not to further her stress.
Who?
Your sister?
Oh. And you see like a small smile on his face. I believe she's very excited to see you. So
I'm glad.
I think she meant to write back, but
You've all been so busy. As I said, she needn't worry. It should have occurred to me when I wrote it that I would only be adding to the pile, so to speak.
no, it was a welcome break, and she seemed to brighten up afterwards, so thank you very much.
She will smile.
How goes you and yours? I know you were able to reconnect with many of your past friends, and hopefully you see more of them today.
Oh, I know that they're here. I haven't run into any of them just yet. Papa's here somewhere. I'm sure he'll want to come and give his condolences after missing the funeral. Unless you wish me to ensure that you aren't forced to receive another well-wisher.
No,
As you know, I've gotten quite good at running interference.
Yeah, like he seems to be the way. If I may,
Yes?
goodness, I'm so terrible at this. But it's hard to find the right words to describe how lovely you look right now, Lady Diana.
Oh. And she blushes.
There you are! And Lady Roseman like enters like, my goodness.
She jumps visibly. Oh, Rosamond.
How are you this hard to find? And he's just full on like dog, like suddenly surprised, like Lady Rosamond, it's been far too long. It has been too long. Look at you. And she just full on like doesn't society, fuck it. Just like pats him on his very expansive chest. Look what you could win to. My goodness, you're an oak. You are far too kind. Thank you for talking to me, Lady Diana, Lady Roseman. It's very good to see you.
Lord Blackwood.
He bows deeply to both of you. And
Hey,
you
Grands.
Yes?
Assuming Bo has been eavesdropping on this whole conversation, I'd like to spend a monologue token.
He's been looking. He has not.
Oh, he hasn't heard it?
No.
Then never mind.
No. You could, guys, spending a monologue token to see something. Seeing this conversation is plenty in the society.
That's a good point. All right.
And they've been talking for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Then I'll still spend it.
Do you accept this monologue token? Monologue.
Bo has been standing off in the corner, speaking with yet another member of the peerage, being polite and only half paying attention to whatever conversation that is. Just really...
Yeah, my horses are looking great.
Yes, horses. So, in his head, I don't know how to feel about this. No, I know how to feel about this. It is her debut season. She is allowed... more than allowed, what am I saying? She must find a worthy match, and of all of us here, Leonard is exceptional. Of course she would seek him out. And he would seek her out. She is even more exceptional. What am I saying? She's everything. There's no reason why they would not be a perfect pair, and I am here and will do nothing about this. I will do nothing. I have already brought enough strife to her and her household. I cannot have a repeat of what happened last time, and I do not wish my presence to bring up memories of the almost downfall of her reputation all those years ago. I must not impede her progress. She is deserving of all the happiness in the world, and Leonard is a good man. He can make her happy in ways that I cannot, I'm certain. And yes, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Right. Focus, Bo. We can do this. We can get through this. She has not expressed any desire to maintain connection or friendship. It is best that we remain cordial acquaintances so that I do not further impede this. Ah, yes. What was this gentleman saying? Something about horses. End monologue.
And that's when the feed's so important, right? You don't want them to get too fatty with their oh my goodness.
Yes, of course.
As the Lord Blackwell bows deeply to you, Lady Diana, and you realize as he's doing so, he's still, when the Blackwells were made just straight up nobles, he was still very young, and you see in his bow that he still has that air of someone who's just not used to being this high up. But you also see it as actually a difference to you because this is how much he respects you.
I will curtsy quite deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming he doesn't immediately walk away, I will kind of drop my voice so that only he and maybe Rosamond can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Take a deep breath, my lord. You wear your position well. Don't let anyone else in the room ever doubt it.
And you see he blushes a little bit as he stands back up, and he kind of like goes to walk around you. You make it very hard to breathe, Lady Diana, as he walks away.
Diana lets out a long breath and turns to Rosamond and goes, "What was that?"
Hey, GM.
Yes, Hal. Can we need to, what's up? We gotta get going. What's up?
Yeah, no, I know. No. This is fine. I promise.
Yeah.
I would like to spend a resolve token just so that Diana happens to glance over in Bo's direction just in time to see him slightly glaring at Leonard before he looks back to the conversation he's having.
I'll allow that, yeah.
Accepted.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you going to say, Diana? Say what you're about to say is going to happen before you notice the glare. That needs to happen.
she just said, "What was that?" As in, like, I don't know how to feel about what just happened.
Yeah,
And the fact that this potentially future Duke was just flirting with me.
Rosamond is like, just that's the half grin is just like so big right now. It's like, that is what I'm good at. I didn't know. That was beautiful setup. Applause all around. I can't even begin to describe how magical that was. And the best part is, darling, everyone saw it.
That's a good thing.
As you say that, you do clock Bo glaring at Leonard as Leonard walks away with a little pep in his step. A little bit of pep. There's a pep in that step. And Rosamund goes, and for right now, that's a very good thing. As we're going to shift the scene. That was fun. So, for the audience members. While all this is going on, I have 3 other cast members, right? And they are very eagerly spending their resolve tokens in there quietly amongst this other chat that I have to go through and make sure everything's taken care of. And we're going to head into this scene as Douglas, you are very much on your own right now.
Yes.
And as you are going through, she was introduced a while ago with the other Blackwells, but you do see the lady Tabitha Blackwell, kind of off to the side of a refreshment table with several of her own friends who she hasn't probably seen in a while. But they are all kind of like giggling and having a good time as they're talking.
In that case, I will approach cordially, hands kind of like behind my back, and do a bow to the table. Lady Tabitha, I hope I'm not interrupting anything or imposing myself.
She turns to look at you and a smile on her face, like, "Oh, Lord Douglas, it's a pleasure to see you."
And a pleasure to see you as well. I do believe that this fair season has just gotten fairer.
You are much too kind. Are you feeling better after everything? You were quite broken up at the funeral.
Yes, and that is exactly what I wish to approach you about. I wanted to profusely apologize for my behavior at the funeral, and I say that out loud. It now sounds a little bit odd, doesn't it?
There is nothing wrong with being aggrieved at a funeral, no matter how loud and thorough you are with it. She says with a small smile. But the important thing is that you're on the brighter side of things, and being it's spring and the weather is lovely, that's the important part.
Of course, and you were very kind and tender to me in that moment, and I am most thankful for it, and wanted to ensure that our engagement of croquet was still on so that I could properly thank you.
Oh, well, I suppose I could play a game of croquet. I'm not the best at it, and you'll more than likely win, but...
Oh, there's no shame in that. I am quite the hobbyist, as many have told me.
Well, if we're both equally as bad, I'm sure that the victory will belong to both of us at the same time, as we just make fools of ourselves together.
Well, when one person makes a fool of themselves, they're a fool. When 2 people make a fool of themselves, they're just people.
She covers her mouth a bit as she kind of laughs behind it. Well, Douglas, I have to ask, how well do you know Lady Diana?
I would say quite well. She is one of my oldest friends. We've fallen out of communication for some time, but it feels as if we never lost any time at all since I saw her at the funeral.
Do you think it would be possible if that, I know Elias was talking to you about horseback riding and the like. I was hoping you might be able to help me arrange something, because it feels like the group of friends that you had was so kind to my family, and I know Nedard feels the same way, that he wants to host something with all of you to just kind of repay you for everything. I'd be incredibly grateful if you'd help me arrange that with my brother.
Tabitha, my lady, are you asking me to help host a celebration or festivity?
What I was. Douglas looks mild and concerned.
He puts a hand to his chest. As I live and breathe, you have come to the right man. We are going to make the best celebration there has ever been in England of the season.
I was, maybe something a bit smaller than that, a bit more personal.
We will be making the best personal celebration of the season.
What? She's a little confused. Very well. Excellent. Yes. And she's like,
Oh, we'll hash out the details.
No, this is the DM genuinely laughing at everything else I'm reading right now.
Okay.
But excellent. I appreciate the help. Usually my mother would help me organize everything, and she's going to be mourning for some time, but I would like another occasion to just try to cheer up my brothers a bit more.
Of course, and I'd
Elias
be...
is a little under the weather right now, but I think if we all got together, it would truly be something amazing.
Yes, the sky is rather cloudy today, isn't it? As I look straight up.
He gives you like an odd smile. There are many layers to you, Mr. Lord Finchwood, aren't there?
Yes, I am wearing quite a few layers. It's a bit chilly this morning. Anyway, how has the season been faring to you? And before she gets the chance to speak, we are outside, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would like to spend a resolve token to make it start raining.
Why would you do that to me right now?
Because I had an idea.
That does make the rest of the session very interesting.
It can be a quick shower.
Was a completely cloudless day until you did that, so... Well, shit.
You can say
It is
no.
England.
It
It is also England. It begins to sprinkle lightly over the party. As several people dozens of people quickly make their way to the various pavilions, and the closer ones start to make their way inside as some of the servants start aiding many of the nobility to areas of cover or shade away from the light drizzle and the sun reappearing. As Lady Tabitha starts to gather her friends, all right, oh goodness, I didn't think I was going to do that today.
Oh, my, yes. Lady Tabitha, we cannot have your dress ruined, and I will, use, my coat as, an awning for her and try to help escort them over to somewhere dry.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you. Well, you're going to get wet too. We can share it.
Oh, I'll be quite all right. The tailor I use is quite good. Water hardly does anything to this fabric.
All right. You guide Lady Tabitha to a covered pavilion.
Yes, using my coat as an umbrella.
Yes. For my other three players, it's starting to rain just a little bit. It's a light drizzle over the party, and you can tell it's going to end in maybe about 20 minutes, but it's a bit disruptive at the moment, so that is actively happening. Oh, God. I'll get you for this, Gary, if it's the last thing I do.
I'm sorry.
No, that's what they're for. It's like, man, gonna kill that horse.
Diana's fleeing.
You leave Sparkle out of this.
Diana's fleeing for the first covered place she could find.
Absolutely. As you do that, Diana, your father does cover you a bit because he was just in the area and helps you to a location. I've got you, darling, as you head to a pavilion. Going through, because I have other tokens to also resolve. God, who knew the golden retriever would also be the spice? It's so rude. So many messages. All right. So resolving a different token. Lady Sophia.
Yes.
As it starts to drizzle, and you begin to make your way, you feel a coat being put over you. As you see the Lord Elias Blackwell beside you.
Oh, Lord Elias. I thank you very much.
Quickly now.
I was expecting rain today.
I don't think any of us was expecting anything. Quickly now, before it gets too badly.
Yes, let's hurry. And she will make her way post haste to a covered area.
One moment. It's gotta do something. Perfect. Yeah, you managed to get to a larger pavilion off to the side, and he isn't the largest individual, as you already know. He's skinny, a lot of meat on him, but his coat is enough to cover you as you manage to make your way in there. There we are. So sorry about that. Are you all right? Anything too much? I can get you something to dry yourself with.
Please, do not concern yourself with that, Lord Elias. I am quite fine, and I would be off far, far worse were it not for your timely assistance. Thank you very much.
Are you certain? All right.
I said that I know I may be a little broad. I handle just fine.
The Nostrix said, no, it's fine, here. And he hands you a kerchief. If in case of anything, I'm sure you, handle I'm sure you do very well. He's like trying to find the words as he hands you a handkerchief.
She takes it within both hands and folds it neatly, smiling towards him. Ah, yes, of course. Do you find yourself all right?
Well, I'm gonna sneeze into the microphone, but he like turns his head politely and like sneezes. Sorry, I'm just a bit under the weather. That's all.
Oh no, I am quite sorry. Have you got this recently?
Oh, I've never had the strongest constitution, unfortunately, but I'm doing just fine.
Well, I would be one to hope that it goes away as quickly as it came. Beyond that, though, are you alright beyond the sickness? You seem to be... Well, that was quite a surprise in the funeral, and we haven't had a chance to talk since.
You see his expression kind of darken for a bit, and he nods slowly. I am... The announcement was a surprise. I fully... Well, I didn't... It means the three of us all have an equal chance to take the title, which is a blessing in itself, and means my father thought that I could do it myself if the time came to it. I didn't think he believed in me that way, so that was a lot.
I would imagine, and I apologize if I brought out something that is still too sore a wound, but I have my earnest belief that your father was a wise man. I'm sure he was well-intentioned with this all, and that no matter what, he did want best for all of his children. That includes you.
Not so sure.
Well, have you been, shall we say, reconnoitering the battlefield?
Say again?
Have you been reconnoitering or the battlefield, as in running recon, as in, you know?
He still looks... That was in character. He looks very confused by what you mean reconnoitering the battlefield.
Well, it's my understanding that the temps are you are to marry, and, well, the season is just getting started.
GM.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to play a monologue token, please.
On who?
Elias.
When would you like to play it?
Right now.
Okay. No, I didn't know if you meant after a certain comment that he made, because it was like a minute or two ago.
Oh, yeah, probably after that comment. That's a fair point.
Cool. My father did it for the best betterment of his children. That's highly entertaining. He spent the least amount of time with me and Tabitha. If anything, he wanted to make sure that Leonard would be fully prepared to handle anything and everything, which, I mean, look at him. He's the spitting image of my father in every way. But to do this, give us all an equal chance, or make it seem like it is, they're not equal. They're not even. Tabitha hates the idea of being a lady. She'll never admit it, though. And Leonard doesn't want the title. That's not what he is or who he is. He'd rather be out in the oceans, sailing to distant shores and meeting new people. And it was a chance for me. He knew I had the right sensibilities. But I'm not trying to be strong for father. Not anymore. I'm going to be strong for Mother. I'll be strong for her. And monologue.
Perhaps I ought to rephrase the question slightly. What exactly are you... What
Say again?
exactly do you desire, Elias?
Oh, he just smiles and he's gonna just kind of like stands up straight a bit more. I seek Axbridge County and the title of Duke of Blackwell.
Well, ambition is always a good quality in a man. I hope you do get your way, for what that is worth. Thank you again for the handkerchief, and for the coverage from the rain.
Absolutely.
Well, if you wish to know how to find me, I am always happy to receive any and all correspondence.
Lady Sophia,
Yes,
are you all right?
I will be.
Yeah.
I am
Seem
handling
hurt.
a couple of matters.
You seem hurt.
I'm not quite myself today, but I will be better. I am handling some matters.
If I may.
Yes.
And you see in his eyes and his expression, while Leonard is a man of the people, Elias is much more discerning about the inner workings of them. And I mean no offense when I say this, but compared to when I met you at the funeral, you actually seem more like yourself.
Well, I suppose I've come a bit undone. May I ask you for some counsel, if I may be so bold?
Of course.
What do you think one ought to do when they have made a grave, terrible mistake, but not out of any sense of malice, but out of a desire to help another, yet they have only found themselves to bring harm? How can one even begin to make amends for such a thing?
I believe in situations where if you tried to help, but bad things happen, as long as the other person knows what your intentions were, clearly, then you're not in the wrong. You were helping. You tried to, even if they didn't ask at the time. But, and if this seems like a current issue, the only way for someone to truly know your heart is to speak to them. And if this is unraveling you, that means you were too tightly wound over it in the first place. But I have spoken too freely, and I apologize.
No, don't feel a need to do such a thing. I know I have been a little liberal with my words as well. I thank you for the words of wisdom, Elias.
I would like to spend a monologue token on Sophia upon hearing this.
Do you take the monologue token?
Yes, I think I will.
Then begin monologue.
I am not sure. Well, just where to begin. Or perhaps I do know. With what steps this dance begins. What maneuvers I must take. I am just afraid to enter the dance floor. Afraid to have to see her again. Do you have to tell her that I'm sorry? What would I even do? I meant for the best. I wanted to help. Would she buy that? Would she accept it? No. Why would she? But I can't know unless I begin to try. I have been a fool, many ways. I have caught my heart in thread and mirrors and thought that it would shield me against the bane. But it came not from the outside, from within. In this isolation I have driven myself into. I know many, but do any truly know me as I am now? Elias truly is a sweet soul. I can see how the situation pains him, how the road in which he has been painted in has harmed him as well. And yet he offers aid so freely. I wish him for the best, but I must depart. End monologue.
Thank you, Sophia.
You're welcome.
All right. But to make sure that people don't talk about this more than they're already going to, he will give you a bow.
She will give a curtsy in return, and head away. To try to find Gone.
Let's just try to find who?
To try to find Lady Diana.
Excellent. But first, I must further plot. Now then, it takes the rain goes on for like 10 minutes because I don't want it to last very long. And and once it dissipates and everything kind of goes a bit quiet, people start to slowly make their way out of the pavilions and back from the inside. As this is happening, Douglas, you kind of like look around to notice that Lady Tabitha is gone. She managed to like slip out of your system. And you, Lady Diana, your father is like, once he made sure that you are okay, and that and Lady Rosamond just kind of happens to be with you in this moment. He also kind of drifts off for a second, and Rosamond turns to you, is like, "Are you gonna be right for a moment, darling?"
I'm fine.
I know it was an odd rain, but
It was. Is my hair all right? And she'll kind of pat at it.
well, that's what I was going to do. I'm gonna go get us something to dry up just a tad before we go out into the sun, and everything just goes all cattywampus.
All right.
And she's going to disappear into the crowd of people leaving the pavilions. And you see Lady Tabitha off to the side, looking a bit rattled herself and kind of like checking her hair.
I will make my way over. Lady Tabitha.
Diana! Oh, sorry, Lady Diana. It's good to see you.
It's lovely to see you too. And I will curtsy.
Oh, right, the curtsies. Sorry, I am still. Those lessons didn't stick. She kind of like looks down at her feet.
Give it a little more time. Especially now that you're out in society, it'll start to come more naturally the more you do it.
There's nothing natural about lifting up your chest to talk to someone. She like mutters to herself.
You don't need to do that. You can just, and she'll show her like there's no touch. She doesn't touch her dress.
I was like, yes, but there's the other one, and I could confuse the two for the situation because there's like the governor's had a chart, like a list of ways to do it.
Yes, they do that.
And a hello will do.
Perhaps I can help. And Diana, I imagine, having had it drummed into her head most of her life, has some sort of like, basically like a little rhyme in the back of her head that like tells her which curtsy for what situation. Mm-hmm. Some little easy way to remember, and she will tell her quietly.
That is. Did you come up with that?
I did.
Oh, I didn't. Goodness. Well, that's going to come in handy, and that I desperately wanted to thank you for what you did during the funeral.
Oh, of course. There's nothing to thank me for.
No, it was. I'm not meant to. That's not the way. I wasn't. The fact that I'm standing here is one of the oddest twists of fate. My family was. We were in a cottage to the far north when we got the letter from the king.
You were elevated to a position which you all deserved.
Maybe my father did, but we weren't ready for that.
No one's ever ready.
But I
Even
did
those
listen
who are born to it aren't ready.
I didn't. Belen, do you say that out loud? You're muted.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, hey, Grace, can I spend a monologue talking with Tabitha?
Yeah. How am
We're all
I doing
just-
more?
We're all just poking at the GM now.
I will get my revenge on all of you. Before this is going to happen, right? But before that does, Tabitha is she goes, there are some things I listen to the governess about. And I don't know how to do this. I'm sure there's a proper way, but and she reaches and pulls out a envelope and hands it to you.
Oh,
Read
what's
it
this?
when you choose. And thank you for everything. It'll say my thoughts properly, I believe.
All right.
You have a pleasant rest of your opening party. I'm going to go find my brothers. I'm sure they're soaking much because they're not the brightest. She will go to curtsy and not know which one to do because she's flustered.
I will repeat the rhyme.
Right, that. Very well.
And then I will curtsy.
Rhyme schemes. Yes, and she will. I think the only term to use is scurry off.
When she goes to run, I'd like to spend a resolve token that she starts to run in the wrong direction because she's so flustered, and Diana very gently kind of reaches out and takes her elbow and just turns her towards her brothers.
Right, thank you. It's just gets even more flustered as she goes. Monologue token, right?
Mhm.
As she's going away. That could not have gone worse. Well, went great. Not the way I wanted to. I don't know what to do about this. It's new to me. I don't even know if it'll be received the way I think it will. I don't know her well enough. But that's how these things are. It's important to reach out. It's important that everyone understands how you think and how you go about things. But I wish Mother was more here to talk about it. She'd know what to say. She would have helped me write it, probably. I'm such a fool. If my heart would stop racing this fast, I might be able to think clearly. But I think that's how these things start. It's funny, the solicitor warned me that I would be quoted. I never thought I might be doing the opposite. End monologue.
Yay.
Yay!
Aww.
Yeah, and Lady Diana is going to open that to read this.
Do you want me to read it once you paste it somewhere?
Why not? Bear in mind, this is written by someone who didn't know how to write what it is.
Diana will open up the letter, or what she assumes is a letter, only to find a poem. I tried to write some finer words, but none of them seemed right. So I shall only write the truth, as plainly as I might. You have a gentle sort of way of seeing what is there. The things most others pass on by, you notice with such care. I think the world is made more kind by hearts that beat like yours. Though I lack prettier words to say, I hope these few are yours. And if this little verse should fail, as I suspect it may, please know my thanks are far more true than anything I say. And I think Diana might get a little misty-eyed by the time she finishes that.
All right. Nice owl. So for the other three people, well, namely Douglas, who would notice the three Blackwells kind of like gathering in the center pavilion, and they finally found each other again. And Bo, what would the two of you like to do? I'm gonna check something real quick. Let's see. We have all the monologue tokens been spent?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes,
Yep.
indeed.
Thank fuck. All right.
We can't make you monologue anymore, bub.
Yep.
We gotta get another one.
Yeah. But Douglas and Bo, the floor is yours about what you would like to do. I
think-
will say you don't have to spend monologue resolve tokens. Sophia and Diana, you can kind of both see as everyone starts to disperse. But do as you wish.
I think since Douglas was using his coat to shield Tabitha, he's also a little bit soaked. So we'll probably like walk about the green once the rain's cleared up a little bit and come across Bo as they're just both standing there dripping. Well, that was unexpected.
Yes. But in my experience, a little rain can be a good thing.
Oh, most
And-
certainly.
Bo is just very sort of delicately patting himself dry a bit with a handkerchief and wiping off his face very like unceremoniously.
Yeah, let's do it. This is how I can warp that resolve token and allow you to spend it there. How I believe. Here you go, old friends. And Leonard would appear with drawing cloth for both of you.
Leonard, you're a gem. Thank you.
Oh,
Why
a
not?
lifesaver, man.
I do my best. Are
And
enjoying
you?
the well, I saw it raining and got out of it.
Ah, yes.
See,
a
now
smart
here's a
man in
clever
both of
man.
us.
Yes. See, this is why
Sorry.
you always had the best ideas, Leonard.
Well, it was a simple matter of having slightly more common sense than the rest of you, but
Oh, can you believe what he just said, Bo?
I can, though, in fairness, I think the war has stripped a lot of common sense from me, if I am being terribly honest. And he's just like now drying his hair with the towel.
yeah, he just kind of like about it taps the side of your head. One too many bunks, I believe.
I think so, honestly. I should see someone about that. Or perhaps just see someone else who could bonk it in the opposite direction, as it were.
Oh, don't worry, my friend. I had a rather large one back when I was a child, and I'm perfectly fine.
Yes, I'm familiar. And he's gonna give Leonard a look that says, yeah, we were there.
Yes, I definitely remember taking my stockings and wrapping them around your forehead to make sure you didn't bleed.
Yes,
Oh,
head
right,
wounds are
yes.
particularly awful, aren't they?
They are.
But I believe it's covered by your lovely locks of hair, so it shouldn't show anymore.
Oh, you think they're lovely?
This is-
As I just run a hand through my like wet ass hair.
Bo is just chuckling and goes, yes, it is unfortunate that your lovely hair obscures a scar. I hear the ladies love them.
I'm sure you're gonna do just fine this season.
Well, if that is true, Bo, then as Leonard has just said, you will be quite the hit.
Bo kind of resists the urge to roll his eyes a little, and they both have known him long enough that they would clock it. And he goes, yes, I am certain I will be quite popular, I suppose.
From what I hear, you've already made yourself such.
Bo,
Yes.
I need you to understand something very, very important.
I'm listening.
You need to open your eyes just the slightest bit, and you will understand how powerful you truly are. With everyone around you, look, and you get like gestures. There are several individuals of every gender just staring at the three of you, just these hunking
The
dudes.
3 ripped Regency boys, wet and sopping.
Sopping wet, a freaking like. I mean, sure, Leonard isn't like wet or anything like that, but he took his coat off at this point, as it's just like a little bit steamy outside with like the mist and everything like that. So y'all just like standing there like right, ready to go.
Oh yeah, no. When the towels showed up, Bo took his coat off so that he could properly dry out.
Yeah, no, it's like you guys are right. You're almost broaching like, hey, easy there, boys, but it's just enough to be okay. So. They're staring at you like you're literally the last thing on earth.
Bo will actually laugh at that, like not chuckle. He will full-heartedly laugh at this thing his friend has just said. Yes, I believe they are staring for a great number of reasons, Leonard. And I am not so oblivious as you think me. I confess I am aware, it's just candidly, you know how I feel about this, Leonard.
I'd like to play a resolve token.
Mm-hmm.
I would like both Bo and Leonard to both look over and check to see if Diana is looking at them. And she's looking in that direction, so they both think she's looking at them.
Approved.
Thank you.
Yeah. You see, Leonard kind of like look off behind you and then just kind of fix his hair the tad bit. Yes. I know how you feel about it.
Bo will very delicately like peek over his shoulder to see what Leonard was looking at, and that will then clock Diana staring at them. Yes, I am certain you at least have some idea.
This whole
But I'm
time,
sure-
Douglas is just drying himself off and making a little bit of a show of it, but he does not realize he's doing it.
Noted. Yes, the entire party notices the golden retriever shaking itself off. But I think with that, yeah, it's about that time. You hear a booming voice, the four of you. And you hear the Lord Sebastian Firemonte. If everyone could gather around the central pavilion, please.
Bo will find the appropriate level person of staff to hand the towels back to, rather than hand a soiled towel to Leonard or Douglas, and make an after you sort of gesture to his friends. I believe we've been summoned, old boys.
Yes, of course. And by the way, Leonard, I'll let that one spite on my honors slide, but next time, we're gonna have to settle it over a horse race.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said...
Come along, Dougie. And Bo's just gonna grab him by the collar of his shirt, or by his shoulder with a firm grip, so that it looks to the outside like he's just clapping a friendly hand on his shoulder, but Dougie is like, and drag him along.
Okay, I'm coming.
If only his bark matched. Well, he can't bite. What am I saying? He's like literally just quietly says, like, he's got nothing on me.
What was that?
Oh, believe me, he bites. It's anyway, and they go off.
I try to bite Bo's hand while he's dragging me off.
Stop that.
You're hurting me.
As the party gathers around the central pavilion, the Lord Sebastian is accompanied by the Baroness Ellen Dunhold and an individual many of you aren't quite actually familiar with. She's actually only slightly older than the Baroness beside her, but you see Lady Corinne Halvern, standing beside Lord Sebastian. Now, what you know of the Halverns is pretty straightforward. Sorry, checking all my notes. They are the rebellious house that failed in the rebellion, if y'all remember, right? They fell from grace and have spent a long time very successfully building everything back up to try to be of import again as they stand there. And Lord Sebastian and the other two all have glasses in their hands. Thank you, everyone, for gathering around. Lord Sebastian stands before everybody. Now, we know it was a sad time before, but we just had the funeral of the Lord Duke of Grand Blackwell. And we'd all like to raise a glass in honor of his name and a few announcements. Lady Calvin, if you will. Lady Corinne stands forward. In honor of our dear friend Duke Graham Blackwell, House Halvern will be commissioning a survey of Axford County's roads, mills, and market villages at our own expense. It is our hope that when the time comes, House Blackwell will not only inherit a bountiful countryside, but a prosperous one. And Baroness Dunhold steps forward. And House Dunhold will be doing its best to visit any of the surrounding villages and have our physicians take care of anyone that needs aid in the meantime of this transition. Axbridge County will be taken care of, and we lend even more aid to the Duke's children in this time of need. Thank you, everyone, for gathering around for this brief moment, but we thought it was of a great import that everyone understands that we're all going to do our best foot forward to make sure that House Blackwell is just as strong as it was when the Duke was alive. And we raise a glass to his children. May they inherit his strength and forthrightness in the coming years. There's a small smattering of polite applause as, please everyone continue the party. We have only a few more hours to go, and the rain shortened the proceedings, but we're going to do whatever we can. Please everyone, enjoy. Wow, my players have no faith in their GM. So, with that...
That's a lie.
It's very much true. With that, as everyone kind of separates, in various parts of this central pavilion, the four of you all clock each other. What you do with that is up to you.
I assume Bo and Dougie are still standing together since they walked over for the announcements.
Yeah, I'm with that.
All right. Bo is going to clock Sophia and Diana and look over at Dougie and say, well, old boy, I think the best thing to help me get reacquainted with society is this. And he's going to grab Dougie by the elbow and drag him over to Sophia and say, Lady Sophia, would you do me the honor of accompanying us right now? And he is going to purposefully stride over towards Diana, assuming that Sophia will follow.
I'm gonna play a resolve token that the second Bo grabs Dougie and heads for Sophia, Diana takes that completely the wrong way and turns and walks away. Go find Rosamund.
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, that's how they work.
I mean, I have one last resolve token left. Can I make sure that Bo sees which way she went?
Is that okay with you, BP?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hell yeah.
All right. Haha! Now they're fencing with resolve tokens.
That's what they for.
I'm gonna use a resolve token too.
Exactly.
May I, please?
Yes.
Sophia looks a little shell-shocked, like she has been trying to get to something this whole time, and now that she has gotten close to it, she's not quite sure what to do, but just sort of half-heartedly nods and begins to follow.
Melon.
Yes?
Before they even reach you, you can spend a resolve token to do something.
It's true.
Yes.
Spend a resolve token to go run after Diana as soon as I see her leave.
Excellent. So here's what happens. All right, we're going over here. Oh my god, she's leaving. Turns around. She's already gone. Wait, where are they going? We see where they're both going. They're headed towards Diana. Diana, you're headed towards Rosamond. Everyone's converging on Rosamond.
In the lead.
Can you please stop dragging me everywhere?
Diana's
Nope.
Diana's going to get to Rosamond and go, save me.
Darling, what's wrong? I thought everything was going well for you today.
She will shift just to the side just enough for her to see the people pursuing her.
What kind of horse race is this? Oh, yes, it's Bo in the lead. Oh, whoops, Sophia, come to the mother outside. Oh, look, it's Douglas. Douglas is being dragged behind Bo. Bo, Diana, reaching Rosamond.
Rosamond is a social powerhouse. Save me.
Hey, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I still have more resolve tokens left to spend. We're getting to the end of the session. Can I have my boy here, Lord Magnus, to help counteract whatever bullshit is about to happen?
I'm gonna say no in this moment because all of you need to
That's
resolve
fair.
these resolve tokens. I have 3 resolve tokens that are resolving with meeting Rosamond. So that needs
That's
to happen
very
before
fair.
anything else.
I'm just along for the ride.
You absolutely fucking are. Slap down. All right, so this is going to resolve, and everyone's going to meet before anything else gets locked in. So
No, I mean like after all that.
yeah, and if we go a little over, I have all the power. So, Rosamond's like, "What save you? What are you talking about?" And like looks up, and Sophia, you arrive when the other 2 do, and Rosamond's like, "What the? Everyone, I don't know what you're doing, and I don't fully know all of you. Hello, puppy.
Hello.
Don't respond to that, Dougie.
Bo just looks over at Dougie and mouths, but does not say puppy, and then looks back at Rosamond.
Just shrug.
Lady
All right.
Rosamond, I have heard. I'm going to assume that Bo knows who she is.
You wouldn't.
Wouldn't?
No, you have been away too long for that.
Never mind. I don't say that.
Well, goodness. The large Beauchamp, we have Lady Sophia, and Lord Douglas. All right.
Yes,
Everyone.
might I have the pleasure of your acquaintance as well?
I am Lady Rosamond Viamont, and this is my home.
Ah, a pleasure to meet you, Lady Viamont. My congratulations on hosting such an esteemed party as this.
Yes, turn off the charm, young man. I really want to have a word with this one, turns to Diana. What's happening?
I don't know.
Right.
It is noting that when they arrived, Diana shifted so that she is standing next to Rosamond.
Yeah, she's doing like the hand in front of the homie thing. Like, what's happening?
She
Perhaps.
after their earlier conversation, Diana is praying that Rosamond understands that Diana was making an honest effort at not dragging her past back up.
Perhaps you would allow me to explain.
I don't think I will.
Oh, well then.
Here's what's going to happen. Let him go. You're making a scene.
Bo
Yeah,
hasn't
Bo
been
has.
holding on to Dougie since they arrived here.
Okay, just making that clear.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I thought you were
He
still...
would have once they
Straighten my
achieved
coat.
the objective, he would have let go of Dougie's arm. Like
Gotcha.
he's not holding him captive.
Here's what's going to happen. There's a pavilion over there. We're going to walk over there. The 4 of you are going to sit down. And one by one, I'll ask you what you think is happening. And then we will have a conversation. And I want to hear not a single word until I tell you to speak. Follow me, please. Diana, if you would.
Diana will follow, but looks reluctant.
Yep.
She doesn't know what's happening. She just knows that she's been cornered.
She will lead you all to a pavilion that is far off to the side, but she also is one of the members of the immediate house, so no one's gonna question the 4 of you there if she's there, right? And she leads the 4 of you there, and as you all sit down, and there are refreshments at the table, and she stands there and goes, "Okay, now, Lord Douglas, what do you think is happening? Do not be accusatory. Just tell me what you think is happening.
I was just sort of dragged into this, but if I were to wager a guess, I believe our good friend Beauchamp here wants to clear the air about past events.
Lady Sophia, what do you think is happening here?
Yeah, I've come here to apologize for something I should have apologized for years ago and make something right.
Lady... I almost said Lady Bo. God.
Not yet.
Right. Lord Beauchamp, what do you think is happening here?
What is happening here is I am corralling my childhood friends because, frankly, madam, I am tired of them dancing around each other and not explaining what the hell is going on.
Lady Diana.
Language.
Yes.
Oh, she said language to Bo.
No, the yes was like, yes, language, but also Lady Diana.
Well, until they all started talking, I had no idea what was happening.
Understood. Lady Sophia, please begin whatever apology you wanted to say. Because I think the three of them need to hear it.
Well, now that I have to speak, I can't find the words. Lady Diana, it is my intention to apologize for that rumor that I have started so many years ago, and that has caused such a tremendous rift in my friendship with Lord Douglas. I wish to express to you that although it was never my intention for the rumors to reach the point that they did, or to imply the things that they did nonetheless. My intention was to help. I only ended up harming you, and I am sorry.
Lady Diana, your response.
I appreciate your desire to apologize, but I cannot accept. If you will excuse me. And she's going to get up and walk away.
Boss, I should have known.
Now, whatever comes of that, the both of you, and she posed to Bo and Douglas, I would ask the two of them resolve and leave your bits out of it.
Resolve what? Precisely. I am sick of not knowing how to help my friends because no one will tell
Watch
me
your
what is
tone
going
with
on.
me, young man, or get out of this house.
Bo will stand up and leave.
Understood?
I don't know what I even expected.
Well, apologies, Lady Rosamond. He is just frustrated. I'll speak to him later and ensure that he apologized for the misbehavior.
He does not need to apologize for anything, but clearly, you all need to talk this out.
Well,
And help him understand what actually happened, because clearly he doesn't know.
I've attempted, but my answers were not satisfactory.
Understood.
I would have to imagine, given that I don't believe you would share with him the full tale.
Lady Sophia,
What? That you plagued our friend's reputation and she barely managed to salvage it?
I wanted to help, and Lady Sophia hangs her head in shame and begins to weep.
Douglas probably scratch his forehead, look around, and reach into his coat, pull out what is probably a rather soggy handkerchief, and slide it over. You may have wanted to help, but Sophia, the damage you did is severe. I believe you may feel remorse about it, but simply saying that you feel remorse is not going to repair anything. It's going to take more than that.
what did she do to you?
Then what am I supposed to do?
Lady Sophia, please. Lord Douglas, what did she do to you?
To me personally, she wounded a friend of mine.
No,
A
what
friend
did
I
she do
care
to
deeply
you?
about.
What did she do to you, Lord Douglas? Because
Nothing, I suppose.
if she wounded a friend of yours, she wounded a friend of hers. Were you not her friend?
At one point.
If you can clearly see she has incredibly remorseful for hurting your friend and her friend, if you were a friend to either one, why aren't you trying to help heal those wounds. Because it seems the only thing you're interested in is making her feel worse. And if that is the case, then you're not going to be helped at either one of them. And in the meantime, I have to go find Lord Viscount Beauchamp, because I don't do well being yelled at. And acting like that clearly wasn't going to help the situation regardless. Excuse me. Talk
Excused.
to each other. And Lady Rosamond will walk away.
Well, I need a drink.
Do you know what happened immediately after the rumors reached that horrid extent that they did?
Enlighten me, Sophia.
I wrote myriad letters expressing my deepest regret, my intention, in every way, in every color, in every shape and form that I could imagine. I had hoped that regardless, that she would understand. They would all understand. With the greatest comfort that I ever had. And just like that, I managed to bluster it all away. She never did answer those letters. I suppose I can't blame her. You can say what you may. I did not believe it either. I suppose it just goes to show the depth of my foolishness. She nearly ruined me in turn. Oh well, her family did. I faced all manner of accusations, many of which you spread as well, regarding my problems as a lying, cheating, misbehaving, rumor spreading, I don't know what I'd call it. Maybe I did deserve that much as well. All I know is that I spent the 5 years without my friends by my side, without anyone to lean back on. And now, the moment I try to any extent set things right, to apologize, what am I met with? The fact that it wasn't good enough? I don't know what to do. None of you have ever offered me any recourse.
Well, Sophia, perhaps that's because, from what I've observed, it doesn't feel as if you need anyone to lean upon. I see you in court, I see you in society, and you cast yourself as this statue of a woman, completely in control of herself in every regard. How do you expect me to react to that? To not see the remorse within you up until this exact moment?
You're right. Is that what you wish to hear? You're right. I've been a fool. I've cast masks where I was grieving because I did not know what else to do.
Please stop calling yourself a fool. If you're still anything like the Sophia I once knew, your mind is as sharp as they come. So I won't be hearing any of that, but I have difficulty opening myself up again when I don't know who I'm looking at anymore. Show me you are still the person I once knew, and I would like nothing more to help repair things. But right now, Sophia, I can't take that risk. I don't want to get hurt. When I see my friends hurt, it's like I am getting stabbed. And I just don't want to be in the blood anymore.
I don't want any of us to hurt either. Could we at least try? Again, at least you and I'll do my best to quit it. To be honest, once more. Will you give me that chance?
Sophia, I can give you this chance, but it's the only one I have left in my code. If you so much as tell a white lie, leave out a detail, present yourself as anything other than what you truly are, then the door closes again. I'm not going through it another time.
Understand. I'm going to head back now. I should rendezvous with my brother. Thank you for the talk. And thank you for the chance. I hope we get to talk again.
Yes. One. Mind the mud while you step. It's sticky.
Yes, well, I would ask you not to slip.
Me? I
And
would never.
Lady Sophia will give a small laugh and head away.
Oh, where do you go?
Bo is frustrated and angry, and he stood and left because he recognizes that he is not helpful in this situation, and that is something that irks him more than anything else. He cannot stand not being able to do anything. So at this point, he was told to leave her home. He gets up, he leaves, walks out of the garden. I assume there is an exit to like the street or a nearby park or something, and he just starts walking in a direction.
Okay. Lady Diana, where do you go?
Going back to find my father. Party's wrapping up.
Yeah. You see him finishing a conversation with a few individual, and he looks to you, and his eyes go slightly wide. It's like, darling, what happened?
Oh, just a bit tired. She'll force a little smile.
No, that's...
Did you, have a chance to, pay your respects to the Blackwoods?
I will say all of them are quite taken with you. But, before that, no. Just, and he will, kind of like gather you up and start just like heading out because the party is closing down. It's like, before we do anything, let us get home and just relax for a moment. It's been a long day.
He will nod. She looks quite eager to get into the carriage.
Yeah, he's in full like protective dad mode. Like, fuck society, I'm taking care of it. Let's have to say it when we get home.
I'd like that.
Yeah, India, as you like turn and we head away from Stag's Cross, we end tonight on an oddly bittersweet moment as friends try to repair situations, but some situations might never be.
Thank you for listening to Kingdom and Kinship, a Good Society actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. Storytelling for this actual play is provided by Grizz. Viscount Beauchamp Montrevel is played by Howell Valentine. Lady Diana Fairley is played by Bloodied Porcelain. Lady Sophia Rookwood is played by Melon. Lord Douglas Finchwood is played by Gary. Our intro music is done by ANBR. Our art is done by Teddy San. Editing is done by Virons.